Hello everyone! This is unusual, right? So because obviously I have not been streaming to you very often, even though I said I would try to do more online live streaming, and because I haven't recently given you an update on my numbers, on my road to 1 million subscribers, I thought I would combine the two. Now, during last month, things became a little bit too much. Obviously, we had some bank holidays, which meant I had less time because I was out having bigger adventures for this adventure channel. Hello, Mihail, how are you? Lovely for you to join me. But I decided one thing that would probably help is rather than doing a weekly update on my growth, I would do a monthly update because then also I can gather my thoughts, talk to you more about what's working and what's not working, and I'll be in a position where I've seen the results of some of my actions as well. So if you do have any questions as I just go through a few tips, I am going to keep this short. But if you do have any questions, then pop it in the chat box and I'll try to get back to you before the end of the session. So I'll do questions at the end. But otherwise, hello, hi, thanks for joining me. So, April, what a nightmare. The main reason April was a nightmare was because I literally ran out of money. And that becomes a very real situation. Suddenly you have all your bills coming in at the end of the month and you don't know how you're going to possibly pay them, and you still have a very heavy schedule. Now, in terms of my actual YouTube success, as far as things go, last month has been incredible. But obviously financially that weight has been hanging on my head. So I've had to be doing extra stuff in the background to try and sort out the money situation. But that obviously then leaves less time. So as April progressed, I realized that one of the biggest things you need to do as a YouTuber is focus. Of course, I've made the fatal error of pursuing 3 YouTube channels, and everyone has been telling me that it is a very silly thing to do. But what I would say is, if you're doing a YouTube channel, then make sure it is something that you really care about, that you're really passionate about, that you feel you have so much to give on that particular subject, that you have material to come for years and years and years. If you're not passionate about it, when it starts to get hard, then you're going to lose all interest. And it is such hard work. So many people think that you can just decide to become a YouTuber and very quickly you'll just be making 1 video a week and you'll be making loads of money and it's all fame and glory, and it really isn't. It's really long hours. It's quite stressful. And yeah, it's tough. So make sure whatever you decide to do, you are passionate. So then you can focus on that one thing that you care about. My problem is I'm passionate about my 3 channels. I'm passionate about singing. I'm passionate about helping people to improve their English because I love language and I love accent. And I'm passionate about fitness and about adventure and about tackling fear. And so I've never really known which one to ditch if I was going to ditch any one of them. Another thing I would say if you're looking to work your own YouTube channel is it helps to have a focus group or a group of people that you can rely on and that you can go to ask for advice. You can ask them to check out something new. Maybe you're doing a new format, and those people are the people you can rely on to give you honest feedback, the kinds of people who would normally watch your content. I found that very helpful. I have a group called my Gold members, who are members of my English website, and I give them extra English tuition, but also they've been acting as my focus group. So when I do something that I'm not sure about, or if I want some ideas of things that would help them, then they're really forthcoming and very helpful because they are my consumers. So make sure that you are responding to comments and that you are talking to your audience. And if you can, have a focused area for your audience. Maybe it's a Facebook group or a WhatsApp group. But if you can have a focus group, that's really going to help you as you progress in your YouTubing career. Hello, Eric. Hello, 4 degrees of the scales. How are you guys? Hi, Luna. You need to improve your pronunciation. Join me on Instagram. On Instagram, I do pronunciation stuff. Hi, Tom. Oh, thank you. You're saying keep up the awesome work. Thank you. I'm trying. I am trying. So the other thing I've discovered in April was the power of SEO. Now that word, it just makes me feel like I want to fall asleep. SEO, SEO. I've tried to be really hot on SEO and metadata and all that stuff before, but I find it really boring. But it is important. Your success is only going to come around if people can find you. If you have something valuable to give to an audience, then it's only valuable if the audience can find you. And so SEO is important. So no matter how boring it is, you have to do your research. Now, what I discovered, it may not be the case long term, but what I've discovered from watching lots of YouTube videos is your video intro, your title, your description, and your tags have to match up. So for example, if one of your keywords, for me, I'm teaching English pronunciation. So I'm doing a video on English pronunciation. If I want that video to rank, if I want it to be discoverable, and I want Google and YouTube to put it in the higher ends of a search so that it appears right in front of the right person at the right time, I have to make sure that within the first part of the video, ideally in the intro, I mention English pronunciation. Hi, I'm Anna. Welcome to this video all about English pronunciation. In the title, I should definitely write the words English pronunciation. I should then also, in the first few lines of the description, write the words English pronunciation. And then again in the tags, make sure I write English pronunciation, pronounce words in English, how to do English pronunciation, British pronunciation. So I use that particular keyword, and I do all different types, all different, I can't gather my thoughts, all ways of writing English pronunciation. So I found that if you do that link through, that makes a huge difference. Previously, I was writing, in my tags, for example, I would write English pronunciation and then translate it into lots of different languages because I wanted to be discovered by people from other countries. That's my target audience. But because I hadn't written those words, like if I'd written hello in Spanish, hola, I haven't written hola in any of my description, my title, I haven't said it in the video, then that tag is useless because YouTube will see that it doesn't match up with anything, so it'll assume that that video is nothing to do with that. So be very careful. SEO, 4 degrees of the scales, is search engine optimization. So it's optimizing your video so that it can be promoted by YouTube or Google. SEO applies to everything, but I'm talking specifically about YouTube. Luna, you're following me on Instagram. Thanks. Cool. Let's talk about Instagram. So the next thing I was going to talk about was choose a few platforms for your audience and do it really, really well. When I first started up, I had everything: LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I even tried Snapchat. And it's so hard to keep up everything. And I'm finding it hard to keep up the few channels that I've actually chosen for the 3 channels that I'm covering. But what I find is when you focus on one thing or a couple of things, it really helps the growth. And then you have a captive audience who you can channel through to YouTube. So for example, again, I'm talking about English because that's where my biggest success has been. I have Twitter, Facebook and Instagram for my English YouTube channel. I also have some websites besides, which I don't really feed. I don't really feed Twitter. Twitter just acts, it's there, it's automatically linked up to my YouTube channel. So when I release a video, it automatically tweets. So that's fine. The people who use Twitter, they get the notification. I don't do much else. I do focus very heavily on Facebook and Instagram. Facebook saw huge success with doing live videos. Live videos at the moment is hot, hot, hot. If you're growing a YouTube channel, I would highly recommend live video. The problem with Facebook is it doesn't like YouTube. So if you put your YouTube video on Facebook, it will not count as a view if anyone views it from there. So you're losing out because of this war between Facebook and YouTube. So you have to then try to channel your audience through to YouTube without actually posting YouTube videos there, which can be done. I would post a thumbnail of the video saying, hey, video out, and then put a link to my YouTube channel. And then they'll go to the channel and then be able to find the video. It's not ideal, but anyway. What I then found is huge success on Instagram. So on Instagram, I found that doing daily posts, ideally a couple of posts a day, will help your growth really, really huge growth. Hashtags on Instagram as well, really important, and go to the maximum. You can have up to 30 hashtags on Instagram, so really make use of those because that is how you are discovered. I've been doing English pronunciation videos on a daily basis, and although I'm following, I think 40 people, I'm about to hit 2,000 followers, and that's in a very short space of time. I then will use that Instagram audience and my Facebook audience, which I think is 35,000 on Facebook, and I will say, I'm doing a lesson tomorrow, or I've got a brand new video out today, go and see it now. And that helps to then channel through traffic to my YouTube videos. Because whether you know it or not, the traffic that comes to your YouTube videos within the first 12 hours, I think it's the first 12 hours, but as soon as you publish a video, you want to get maximum traffic as soon as, because YouTube is watching. You release your video and YouTube's like, is this a popular video? If it gets big traffic initially, YouTube are going to go, yeah, it's a good video, let's push it. If it gets lots of social interaction, if lots of people are commenting, giving it thumbs up, then they're going to go, this is a good video, people like it, they're going to start pushing it. So as much interaction and traffic that you can encourage in that first 12 hours is key to helping you to get YouTube on board to help push you as well. So these are the things that I've learned. If you have also anything to add to this, please do write it in the comments. Mohammed says, I like to be a YouTuber, so I want some advice. Well, that's what I'm here for. I think you can make some interesting videos on my favourite places in London, provided the weather is fine. Yes, on the English channel, I do plan to do some more kind of site-specific videos. My traffic on YouTube's coming only from Facebook. YouTube doesn't share videos. YouTube doesn't share the videos. So you're using YouTube. You're using Facebook to push traffic to YouTube. Facebook is great. Facebook, obviously, it's huge. So it's great if you can build an audience there and then ask them to come over to YouTube to check out your videos. Eric, you are very brave to have so many live videos. Yeah, sometimes it becomes a complete mess. Like this video is a bit of a mess. But anyway, it's great to get to talk to you guys live, and it's much easier because I don't have to then edit, upload and do all that stuff. I can just get the stuff to you straight away. Okay, so one other learning that I've come across in the last few months. I already knew that thumbnails were important, but thumbnails are super important. If you are going to the shops and all you have to go on when you're buying a product is what you see in front of you, then the packaging has to be spot on for you to pick it up. And it's the same with YouTube videos. If someone is scrolling down or they're watching a video they've been sent to and all they can see are these thumbnails down the side, a good thumbnail, an eye-catching thumbnail that is clear and enticing is going to make them click on your video. I've always tried to be very clever with my thumbnails, never very organized. But now I'm trying to have the same font, the same colors, a similar style. If I'm doing a playlist like this playlist, for example, I'll always have a big YouTube button in there. It's important to always have your face in there, ideally, depending on your content, of course. But for me, I always make sure I try and have my face there so people can see it's me. So they go, oh, another video by Anna, because they know my face. And so hopefully, because they know my face, they know my brand, they know what to expect, hopefully then they'll click on it. But what I found recently with my recent success on English Like a Native is thumbnails that are really bold, bright colours, like block colours, have made a big difference. Still with my face in there, but a bold block colour, one word, clear writing, so there's no doubt what the video is about, and it also stands out amongst all the other thumbnails. That's seen big traffic, big traffic. Hello, Louis. Which Facebook do you use? There's one called Anna Official. So I have a Facebook page for each of my channels. So Anna Official is the Facebook page for Anna's Big Adventure for this channel. And then I've got one for Verba Vocal and then one for English Like a Native. The links to each of those social platforms is in the respective videos. So if you go to Verba and you see a video on Verba, then in the description you'll find all the social channels. And the same for English Like a Native. If you like English Like a Native, you're learning English, you'll find the links to each of the social platforms in those video descriptions. Philippe, why do you wear the same red shirt every day? I have 3 red tops. I have 3. So there's this one, the long sleeved one, and then I have a vest one. Oh no, I have another long sleeve one too. It's darker red. The reason I wear red, it's kind of like a brand thing. So it goes with my brand colours for English Like a Native, because these are my brand colours. English flag, British flag, sorry. So you've got the red, white and blue. So I wear red lipstick, I wear a red top. It's also that I haven't bought new clothes in such a long time, like years. And I did intend to buy some new YouTube video tops, but I can't afford it right now. So I just stick with the tops that look good on camera, that suit my colours, and I just make sure I wash them all the time and only wear them for filming. People think I just wear the same clothes every day. So thumbnails. If you're interested in the thumbnail editor that I use, it's called PicMonkey. PicMonkey. And the final thing I'm going to say that I've learnt from April's shenanigans is timetabling your live broadcasts or timetabling your video releases. I have had much more success when my audience has been aware in advance when I'm going to go live. It used to be, because my schedule is so chaotic, I find it hard to commit to a certain time every week. And so I normally just go, hey guys, I'm going live now. And I find that my numbers are low. If I can give people warning and give them a couple of days warning in advance and just say, look, I'm going to be live on Monday at 12 o'clock. See you there. Then I have a much higher response and a much bigger audience, because also they have time then to share it with their friends and get involved that way, and help to spread the word for you. So timetabling your releases, if you can be completely consistent the exact same time every single week, and then just use your social platforms for the occasions when you can't be there to let them know, then I think that's going to be much more beneficial. It's like people watching Coronation Street. They go, oh, I can't go to that meeting because I've got to watch my YouTube video at 6 o'clock. So if you let people know, then they will work you into their schedule if they care enough to watch. 4 degrees of scale. Anna, I want to know how the money goes into someone's pocket from YouTube. PayPal is not available in my country. Can I still earn from YouTube? Oh, I don't know. So the way the money thing works is you have an AdSense account. You have to set up an AdSense account, which is not an easy process. Well, I'm sure it is easy, but I found it wasn't instant, and I found it a bit of a faff. But once you've set it up, it's fine. And I think you have to, like, you put in all your bank details, and it was a long time ago I set mine up, but I think they just have to send a small payment to your account just to make sure it's real and something like that. I don't know. But because it uses AdSense, I don't think you need to have a PayPal account, because my AdSense money, so I get a payment from Google and it doesn't go through PayPal, so it definitely doesn't use PayPal. if you've enabled super chats, like for example, this video has, all my live videos have super chat enabled, which is a new function. It allows your viewers to send you a donation while you're live. So if you look now where you comment, there's an emoji sign and a dollar sign. That dollar sign is a super chat button. If you click on that super chat button, then it gives you the option to send a payment. I think when you do that, it gives you the option for PayPal or like Visa, MasterCard, American Express, perhaps. I can't remember. I sent a super chat a couple of weeks ago, but I can't remember exactly how it works. But I think even with super chats, when someone sends you a donation, that goes into your AdSense account, and so that goes directly then into your bank account. So I think, working it out, long story short, you don't need PayPal to get paid from YouTube. I hope that answers your question. Okay, how much do you currently make with YouTubing on a monthly basis? I did actually do a video, the last video I released, I think. If you have a look through my video file on it, showing you exactly how much money I make from YouTube and other sources. In terms of money I actually make from YouTube at the moment, I'm making, across my 3 channels, about $400 a month. $400 a month. And I don't work in dollars, I work in pounds, so then I have to pay a fee to get the money changed into pounds, and then the exchange rate isn't so good, so I don't know, it's about £300 a month, which doesn't even do half my rent. But yes, and also you may or may not be aware about the big issues with YouTube at the moment and advertising. So the money is going down, and I've seen it drop quite a lot actually, by about a third, because advertisers are boycotting YouTube because of problems with where adverts are appearing. I don't think it's a bad thing. Long term, I think it will be good for creators, but at the moment it means that a lot of creators are losing money, and so making money on YouTube is not really something you should be aiming for. If you need to make a living because you're a full-time YouTuber, you need something else. You need another product, a website to send people to buy a product, or an association with an affiliate or something like that. You're welcome. Thank you for your answer. You're welcome. Canva is really amazing for thumbnails too. It's really aesthetic and easy. Canva, C-A-N-V-A. Great. Mihail, you're doing so much work. Do you ever sleep? Not very much. Not very much. I should sleep more, but it's very hard. Okay, so there I talked about focusing on one thing that you care about, ideally having a focus group as well, people who can help you. SEO, super important. Get those keywords in your the start of your video, in your title, in your description, and in your tags. Thumbnails, make thumbnails that are clear, that stand out, and that are consistent. Timetable your video releases and let people know when to expect your next release. And using the power of social, so trying to really push another platform, if not a couple of other platforms like Instagram. Mohammed, do you use fixed cameras or does someone assist you? No one assists me. I do it all by myself. So I use tripods. Everything, I think all the equipment that I use, I've covered in a video. My home studio setup, which you can find on here, and links to most of the equipment that I use are in the description of this video. So if you're interested in the stuff that I use, links are below so you can check them out. Hi, Kim. So I'm going to tell you now, we're going to do the scores on the doors. I'm sorry I've run into 24 minutes. I said this would be a quick video. So here is where I was at with my channels on my last catch up with you. So Anna's Big Adventure had 1,968 subscribers. In a month, Anna's Big Adventure has grown to 2,227. 2,227. Oh, Anna, 2,277. can't read. 2,277. So not a bad growth. Remember, this is a slow growing channel. And actually, I did a prediction. So I used Social Blade. What you just saw there was Social Blade. Great, really great tool to use, socialblade.com. You can do future predictions for your growth based on previous growth. And a couple of months ago, I did the growth for my channels. And Social Blade predicted that Anna's Big Adventure would be on 2,156. 2,156. So I'm ahead. Yay! Happy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I've smudged my board. Okay, so got good growth on that. I'm happy with that. It would be nice if it was like much more, but you know, what can you do? Let's talk about BEP. This is British English Pro, the YouTube channel which I have deserted, the YouTube channel which no longer gets any of my attention. A month ago, this was sitting on 13,431. Now, 14,243. 14,243. Not bad. Not bad considering I'm doing nothing for that. But, you know, it's not ideal. I don't want to take those videos down. It's not ideal though because my audience is going there and they're not getting anything. They've only got what's already up there, which is not ideal. Ideally, I want them to come where I am and where I'm talking. Okay, so English like a native. I said that I've had real success with this recently. I've been doing a lot of live lessons with this one. I've been working hard on the Instagram page, talking daily on Facebook. I've been responding to all comments. I'm really just putting virtually 80% of my focus into this channel. And here we have gone from 19,074 to 25,898. 25,898. That is my biggest growth. That's my biggest growth. And that's in a month. Really, really happy with that. Okay, and then Verba Vocal, the channel which I love and I wish, I mean, I love all of them, but the channel which I wish I had high hopes for. I wish it was where I had hoped it would be. But for some reason, this has gone quiet and the growth has stagnated. It's not dying, but it's stagnant growth. And so by now I was hoping I'd be on like 60, 70,000, but slow growing. We were on 31,613 and now we are on 35,320. So 35,320. I've tried a lot of different things with this channel. I keep experimenting with content, with giveaways. I'm not quite sure. I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad in a month. That's not bad. It's just not where I was expecting it to be. So Social Blade had predicted that English like a native would be on 22,000. So this is way ahead of schedule. I don't count this one because I'm not trying to grow it. And it had predicted that Verba would be on 37,000. So that one hasn't lived up to expectation. So with Verba, I think I've been asking a lot of questions to try and find out what people think, why people aren't watching so much, what I can do to make them happy. And I've had some feedback. And hopefully some of the stuff I'm going to bring out over the next few months will help the growth. But it's hard, it is hard. Okay, so there you go, there's the schools on the doors. Overall, that's quite a good growth for the month. The next roundup I will do at the beginning of next month. So at the beginning of June, I'll do the roundup for May, tell you what I've discovered, how things are going and what my growth is like, and fingers crossed I won't be living in a cardboard box. No, it's not that bad really. And I am very, very lucky to to have such a big audience, to have the opportunity to do this. So just a few questions from you guys, and then I will leave you to it. So we have Kim, Anna, can you advertise your live streaming plan? Yes, so Kim, that's what I plan to do. I'm going to try and schedule in now and be consistent with my live streaming. And so I'll put out a timetable on the social media platform so people know. Ideally as well, guys, you should put it in, if you can be consistent, you should put it in your cover art. So when someone clicks onto your channel, it should say, I'm making English videos, live lessons, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So that it's just really clear for people. Oh, Kim, you became a patron. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, Patreon, if you're not aware, Patreon is a fantastic website that helps support creators. So if you are a creator, you might want to consider Patreon, Patreon. Patreon, it's like Kickstarter, but rather than just a one-off crowdfunding campaign, it's an ongoing thing. So people can support you on a monthly basis. So if they like what you do, they like what you're producing, they can decide to donate to you every month or per creation, depending on how you make your content. And that can make a huge difference to know that you have a certain amount of money that you can rely on to a certain extent, because sometimes they decide not to donate 1 month, but you have a certain amount of income that you can rely on to help subsidize what you're doing. And I have a Patreon campaign for English Like a Native and one for Verba. Both of them are pretty small, but again, it's great to have this group of people who really care about what you do, because they can then help you to mold what you do as you move forward. That's good for them and therefore good for the rest of the audience. What was I going to say about Patreon? I did think about setting up one for this channel, but you don't have to, but it's good to offer rewards for a patronage. So if someone donates to you every month, you offer them a reward. Maybe they get access to content that you don't offer to other people. Maybe you offer to have a live Skype call with them, which I do for some of my patrons. Maybe you can give them feedback on something. I don't know what I would offer as a reward to people on this channel. I don't know. So I'll have a think about it. I'll let you know if I do. If I do, I will. Lots of messages from Kim. I'm from South Korea. So I have... Oh, so okay, so you're talking about time zones. Yeah, it's good to know your audience as well, guys. Know where they are, what times are good for them to watch when they're tuning in. I use a website called vidIQ for some of my channels. vidIQ, you pay for it, but it gives you a real good idea of when your watchers are online, when they're most active, when is the best time for you to post so that people see your content. There, you can also get like demographic, so know what age your audience is, what gender your audience is, what countries they are in. Yeah, know who you're talking to. Hi Rick, how are you? Where did you work at, or what did you do before becoming a full-time YouTuber? So I was an actress, so I was going off doing different acting projects, which is very disruptive. I have been offered a number of acting jobs this year, actually, which I've turned down because I didn't want it to have a disruptive impact on YouTube, which might have been a bad idea, but I think I want YouTube to be a more long-term. I want it to be my career, whereas acting is very hard as well. I mean, it's money, at least it's a guarantee of money for a certain amount of time, but it's all short-lived contracts, whereas YouTube, it can be your full career if you want it to be, once you get to a certain level. So I was an actress, and I also did some part-time marketing work as well. So that was 3 days a week in an office doing a proper job, which I then left at the end of last year. All right, guys, well, I'm going to get on and do some filming now. So thank you very much for joining me, and hopefully May will be a more explosive month, an exciting month, and find out when you join me next time. Have a good day, guys. Take care.